Hello, everyone. What day is it today? Welcome back to the Shaman Sisters podcast. I am Nova.
And I am Gachi. As usual, we are not experts, and our perspective may be different from yours or anyone that you know. So please do keep that in mind.
It's been a while since we've posted anything on our YouTube channel or our Facebook. We've both just been very busy. For myself, I'm in college, so I started the semester, and then I also work full time, and my mom, everything else. What have you been up to, Nova? That's me.
She's really forgetful, if you guys forgot. She doesn't know what day it is. Also, she doesn't know who I am. I've actually just been into work. I picked up another job just for, the holidays and everything. So I've been really busy. And of course, like Nova said, I am my mom as well. So, I've been doing the mom duties of, taking my daughter to school and everything. And I have a baby too. So then I've been trying to juggle that and work and everything and trying to plan out for the next semester for college because I will be attending or returning back to college. So it's just been a little bit like to juggle around, but it's really good to get together with Nova, although we talk every day.
Today, we're going to play a little bit of catch up. So, events or things that we've been doing or has happened to us during this time that we've not been recording. And then also, our topics are going to be kind of like everywhere because I know both like Gachi and I we've been getting a lot of questions, so we also want to kind of just reshare some of the answers to those questions so that everyone remembers, because if you're not like in the moment of going through that like experience at the time, then what we say might not stick because it didn't apply to you at the time.
Right. I felt like, through our within our little break that we had, I guess, I would say we had a lot of the same questions from, different people. And I just want to touch base on that really quick. I know this is one of the situations that I said I wasn't going to talk about because we already talked about it in a previous podcast. But I guess I will go ahead and bring it back up and just gently touch base about this since, a lot of people did have questions about being a single person, either whether you're a single mom or you're single or a single dad, or like I said, a single person just living with your family or on your own, and you're starting up in the shaman life and everything. I guess the main concern there is that a lot of people struggle with it because they're like, how can I do that without a spouse or without a significant other to support you? Well, okay, I was a single mom living under my parents' roof, and I was able to start up. So it's just that little boost of support from whoever's around you, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, can definitely help you get into where you need to be. I was not married until after I raised my altar. And then I got married, and everything fell into place perfectly. You don't have to be married. You could be a single mom, single dad. Like I said, no one's perfect. I guess that's what I really want to put out there. No one's perfect when they're starting up as a shaman, and it doesn't matter who you are, how many kids you have, or what you're doing. Like, no one's perfect. It's your time to start. It's your time to start. And whether it's like, I guess it's really up to someone if they want to begin their journey as married, single, or whatever their status is.
Yeah, thank you for that reminder and resharing. Next, I wanted to jump off and to not jump off. To switch it over to dreams. If you ever have any questions about your dreams, if you're like dreaming out your butt,
or dream out of our butt a lot.
Yeah. Where what was the Hmong saying? Gachi no 좋은 보션다.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right. Yes. So, sometimes it is we're just dreaming to dream. Other times we don't dream at all, or sometimes we dream very vivid dreams. If it's something that you wake up and you forget and it doesn't weigh heavily on your heart or on your conscious in your mind, then just let it go, because that dream is just a dream. It doesn't mean anything unless you feel that when you wake up, you just can't shake the feeling off that, you know, something's going to happen or this dream has a deeper meaning. Then of course, you know, ask your parents. You can journal it. If you know a shaman, you can ask them as well, just to interpret your dream for you. But running along that line, if you do need to ask a shaman for help and seek help from them, make sure that you are asking them properly, and it's just out of respect for their guides, because it's really their guides opening up that spiritual lens to take a look at it. Gachi, how do you properly ask for a shaman's help?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay, I was just talking to Nova about this the other day. Wrapping, incense stick and paper together and bring it over to the shaman. If you're not sure what to do, always ask the shaman, hey, this is for you and your guides. Either hand it to them or ask where they can place it. That's the best way. If you're male, go ahead and bow down, at the altar 3 times after either handing the shaman the paper and the incense sticks 2 times. Oops, sorry. I don't know.
Yeah. It's 2 times. They bowed out 2 times. But
yes,
she said paper, she meant Joss paper. So
Oh,
don't bring no line paper.
We're fucking all over the place. Sorry. Yes, 2 times. I'm so sorry. Yes, incense stick and Joss papers. I meant not incense papers. But every lineage is different. But you can always ask a shaman too, just to make sure. Like, no one's really going to expect everyone to know this. Some shamans they probably want different things. Like they want like flowers or candles or whatever it is. So always ask a shaman if you're unsure, because again, every lineage is different.
You kind of jump ahead of me, but I meant like, how do you properly ask a shaman if you need help to interpret a dream?
Oh. So typically when I have a dream that I want to ask Nova to help, me with, I will always say, I'll just simply ask her like that, unless, she needs something else. If whatever you dream, if it's something heavy, then we will tell you in a certain type of way that, oh, you probably need to go do this and do that and get some help, or real help. But yes. Oh, did you want to add anything to that?
It's basically just asking out of respect.
Well, that brings us to our next topic here that I wanted to bring up, because it has been happening a lot. Not even during our break that we had, but even prior to that. I guess I will say, and it's not that I want or we want to avoid helping anyone, but I personally try my best to avoid assisting like people with their issues, just because it goes back to, sometimes my guys won't allow me because this person is not asking in a respectful way or in the best way possible. They're not asking my guys in particular, and they're just like, hey, this and this happened. I'm just like, oh, okay. Things could get really, how should I say this, Nova, ugly. Nova has, a few examples that she's came across, or if you want to share that.
If it's like a close family member too, sometimes we tend not to want to, not that we don't want to help, obviously we do want to help, because we want the person to feel better, to be 100% well. But it does get really difficult when, for example, this person found out that they were spiritually gifted. They didn't find out from me, but they found out from others. And so they knew they were spiritually gifted. It's been like, I don't know, 30 years now. This person still does not want to accept to become a shaman and start their spiritual journey, which, yeah, I know, I get it. It's very difficult and is overwhelming, can be confusing, especially the steps of starting, because we all are very unsure of how to begin. But it has come to a point where it this person is now getting a physical ailment in multiple places, you know, in their body, that they're just feeling pain. And it's like the first time when you patchua, it's okay because this is the first time we're discovering we're discovering that this person has guides, so it's okay. That's like the couple next time, oh, like we're gonna help them again, we're gonna help heal them again, like it's okay. But then like their guides start to get irritated, and the more they get irritated, the more it kind of like overwhelms and frustrates my guides. So it's just difficult. Like, I don't know, like how much help is enough. This person, they just need to accept that they're spiritually gifted and begin their journey. But yeah, I mean, it's different for everyone, you know. Some people, they hold out for so long, but you guys, like, really, when you think about it at the end, no matter how long you put it on hold for and you wait, or like you're already sick, you already have this physical ailment, you're always going to come back to one thing, is starting your journey.
Right.
Yeah, so
So, yeah, that just brings, to Nova and I that, like, we talked about this, before, where we're like, what is your purpose of asking for a shaman's help if you know the question? I mean, sorry, if you know the answer to your question, or what is the purpose of asking a shaman if you have guides? If, like, what are you going to do after you find out that you are
oh
gifted?
yeah, you know what? I
Yeah.
do want to add something to that.
Oh,
But
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
okay, so to what Kachi said, I was gonna call her Nova again. To what Kachi said about people asking if they have guides. Okay. Really random, like when I'm talking to just my friends and family, they'll look at me and then they'll ask, am I gifted? Do I have guides? And I'm over here thinking like, why do they want to know? I already know they're not ready for this answer. So, yeah, it's like, what is their purpose of asking? The best thing to do is to not ask. Because
Right.
once you ask, once they know that you know they're there, like your spiritual guides that are there, they're there, then it's just going to open a whole can of worms that you're not ready
Right.
for. Basically, the analogy is like a water balloon, right? Once you poke the water balloon and the water starts coming out, there's no way for you to put it back in there. If you put
Right.
a tape on that little hole that you poked on the water balloon, it's only a matter of time before it starts spilling out and eventually
Mm-hmm.
it'll burst.
Exactly.
So, yes, don't ask if you don't want to start your shamanic journey.
Don't be too curious. The more curious you are, the easier and faster it's going to bring you to that. Am I gifted? Do I have guides?
Okay, the next one is also some a frequently asked question, is that when you are ready to begin your journey, how do you seek for help? When you are ready to accept, and this is a difficult topic for me to even speak on, especially because I just happened to find out by happen chance.
Yes, we kind of got lucky with our journey, the way we started, how we found our master and everything. But I would highly suggest, like, every family has a trusted shaman. Go to your most trusted shaman, to see. Like, I guess, okay, you know what? That's actually really hard because I know a few people that I've spoke to. They're like, their trusted shamans will hide things from them, which is true because probably they don't want you to know, because, or they just don't want you to start because it's so hard to start up. It really is. It's not an easy task to do. It's not easy to start up, to become a shaman. So that's probably why your most trusted shaman will, I guess, not lie but hide it from you until quite some time. Okay, because it's really hard to just trust any shamans out here that you personally don't know, because there are some, I want to say bad, because all shamans are good in their own ways, but there are some shamans who will probably hurt you. And so always go to your most trusted shaman to see if you can seek out, like, help from them to see if they can either, allow you to jump at their altar to see if you shake, or if not, help you look for someone that can help you.
Our family and us, we have all been caught in the storm of reading Memoirs of a Haunted Girl.
Of a haunted Hmong girl.
Oh, of a
Yes,
haunted Hmong
by
girl
Moon.
by Moon
I'm pretty
Vang.
sure everyone should know. It's a really good book. Let me just start out by saying that Moon did a really, really great job writing this book. I really applaud her for that. She definitely caught me. I'm just like, whoa, what? It was such a big twist, and that's what I love. A good writer always have to catch the reader's attention and catch them off guard and with the twist. She did such an amazing job. I just cannot applaud her enough. But just my reaction to this book, I have read a lot of, comments, like from her other viewers or readers that, it was really like they cried to it and everything. The ceremony that happened in the book that she wrote, it's actually a real ceremony, of course, that a lot of shamans do perform, and it's a life and death situation. Just
Yeah,
remember
it's
that too.
called Name Dusha.
Yes, it's a life and death situation among the shaman and the person that they're trying to save. So I just really want everyone to keep that in mind, because I feel like, and I'm not trying to bash anyone at all. I mean, feel free to feel whatever type of way you feel towards the book. Like I said, I loved it. I'm not bashing her book, but a lot of viewers are like, I'm gonna go find me a dragon lover. I'm like, you're crazy.
Completely.
Because
Completely.
I'm like, that's crazy, because it's not a joke, you guys. It's not a joke. Her book is really awesome, but it's not a joke. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
she, when she wrote it, that it's not a joke, because it's real. It's a real situation. I witnessed a few of these ceremonies myself, and whether it was a dragon or not, it's actually a very serious situation. And again, it puts the shaman and the person into a life and death situation, because the shaman could come out not alive, or it's the other way around.
And I believe Moon did give that disclaimer yesterday
Yes.
in her chapter 13 and 14 question Q&A part. But I really, my thoughts on the book, I really like the book. I think it's really well written, so great job
Yes.
to Moon
And
and
she even
all
reads
of
it
her.
really good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I have her audio. I love it. I love the sound effects. I love the animation. Overall, she did an amazing job. Big kudos to her spiritual advisor. I think she has a spiritual advisor on her team. All of the information details that she wrote out in the book was, very spot on to what actually does happen, like Kachi says, during the shaman ceremony of the Ningtusha. I'm like so stoked. I can't wait to see what other opportunities like this book opens for Moon and for others as well
All right.
who does have their own story too. And,
Mhm.
it does take time. I totally understand it, like to be able to just open up and share, because sometimes it's so sensitive that you don't want to bring it up, because a lot of times it's not particularly romanticized like how it is in the book Memoirs of a Haunted Mongrel. A lot of times it is the opposite, on the opposite end, where it's not a romantically involved situation and
Mhm.
it is more life threatening. Add one more part to the book, triggers for people who are
Mhm.
spiritually gifted,
Right.
because that is exactly what we have to do. Like our guides are built up to
Right.
and
And that's their
do
duty.
the perform
Mhm.
that ceremony. Not everyone is going to perform that ceremony,
Right. Not
but
everyone.
your inner self, your guides are like, this is us, like this is what we do.
And
So
this is what our guides hate the most, because again, it just goes back to the life and death situation. Our guides hate it the most. Okay.
mhm.
That's probably why
Yes.
you felt triggered, or spiritually
Yeah.
like
Or
connected.
if you are haunted already, if
Oh
you
yeah, that's
are
right.
haunted already and you already have a spiritual entity or demon by your side already, and you listen to this audio or you read the story, obviously it's going to re-trigger, re-traumatize, bring up old issues back into the known. And you may not realize it, because if you're not spiritually gifted, you're not going to know the difference. All you know is that you're getting bad dreams again, or you're feeling like afraid because you can manifest that energy out of the book, and basically anything that you put your mind, your thought, or your feelings into, you can manifest it.
If you're
Mhm.
scared, do not purchase her audio. I mean, she's really good where some of her parts are like bam, and I'm just like, whoa, what happened?
Oh, yes, or her sound effects. Even when she makes like the laughing noises, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's super talented." Super talented.
She
Yeah, it is a little bit scary. So if you don't have anyone to sleep with at night, like your partner, your siblings, your dogs, you sleep by yourself, you live on your own, don't purchase it. If you're like a big fraidy cat. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great to be back. We will not be seeing our episodes every 2 weeks. It'll be a little bit longer than that. But we will try to get at least one out once a month. Again, so much for joining us.